Welcome everyone to the FRL Asian Cup race. I'm your commentator Osprey, and commentating alongside me is Magnificent. Would you like to say hi?
Yes, hi, I'm Mac.
All right, so we are just about to get underway. We have all the championship contenders here. We are in we're basically in the second last round here in the USA. We are here in New Jersey as the drivers will soon start to get out of the pit lanes and go on their outlets. So yeah, we do have I think Kohan who is leading by a couple points. But then Pro Bono's here. So who do you think will be taking this championship lead and the win?
I don't know, but Pro Bono is currently leading, and he has a very impressive record, winning 4 out of the 9 races so far. So I'd say it'd be a little, it'd be a little disingenuous to put anybody other than him at the top spot. But we also gotta keep an eye on Kuhan, who is P2 in the standings, and has not gotten a win yet this season. It could be possible for him to get his first win this season here, not Rio, New Jersey. Rio was last weekend.
At Reals last weekend, and Pro Bono he took the win with Kohan in second place. He took the championship lead by now he is the championship leader by about
3
by
points.
3 points. Yes, 3 points. And yeah, whoever outscores like the other basically takes the championship lead. So yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting race to watch, considering this is a slip race. So we could see Pro Bono and Kohan probably down the pecking order by the end of this race, possibly.
Yeah, so it's even possible if they both wind up making mistakes, we could see neither of them finish up high. And it's even possible if somehow both of them get poor scores, Meanington is still in the fight. But I do not think he's racing today. But if they both do badly, then that could leave the door open for Meanington to possibly fight back over the next 2 rounds. So whether or not while their positions relative to each other matter quite a bit, so do their positions overall, as they do have to fight off that challenge from the P3 Meanington.
Yeah, Meanington, he's unfortunate. Sorry, unfortunately, he's not here today. So I reckon he'll be out of the championship fight after this. So
Yes, if either Pro Bono or Kuhan get a good result today, Meanington is out of the question for the championship. But as it is right now, it's possible.
yeah, but he is still mathematically in 19 points behind Pro Bono and 16 points behind Kuan Gizmo. So yeah, we wanna know if Meanington is still in the fight for the championship because he's less than 20 points behind.
Yes, and now we see drivers looking to wrap up their first hot laps, I believe.
Now, spectating MJ, he made a huge mistake, and Pro Bono's got a purple sector one. So this is gonna be an interesting lap.
Slat
Flies
sets a
goes
benchmark with a 24 flat.
24 flat, and does
Geo
Pro Bono
crosses
go to
line.
pole? No.
No, Pro Bono is 5 tenths down, half a second.
But while play games, pole 23.962. Very very good lap by Pro Bono. I mean by play games.
Yes, play games, definitely a rising star among FRL. He hasn't been in the league very long, but as long as he's been in here, he has been dominant.
It's been dominant as Estemba he goes P5 ahead of Leon. Uh, well, I would say Estemba he has improved a lot in pace in my opinion in terms of pace, but not in pace in general. But yeah, he's still got loads of work to do since he is in his I believe second season I think. So yeah, Estemba still got loads of work to do if he wants to compete with the guys in front.
Indeed. I do not believe there are any drivers on hot laps at the moment, but we are on board of MJ as he starts his first flying, as he starts his second flying lap, and will hopefully complete his first flying lap after his mistake last lap.
Pretty good turn 2 by MJ as he goes through turn 3, as he goes all the way to the left, so you can take turn 4 as deep as you can, flat out through there, and onto sector 2, turn 5. He keeps it just on the line, just keeps it on the track limits there.
Very good sector
As
one,
now,
one first part of sector 2. Like, this is a very good first half of the lap right there. Oh, but he messes up the hairpin a bit. Misses the apex just a little bit. That's gonna
but
ruin
it's
his
all good
speed down the
for
straight.
yeah, but it's all good for MJ because well, that could potentially well, I mean he had the pace like all weekend. As now MJ negotiates through the
Oh,
that's a corner
MJ
cut for
corner
MJ.
cuts.
Oh, flat ice. He's going faster to sector 2 as MJ resets in front of Slack. Slack, he is reserving for Mianington. So
Is
now
Slat
yeah,
about
whoa,
to
that was
get
very
pulled?
close. Yeah, that was very close to the wall, that flat ice. As he negotiates to find the corner, that was a good one by Flat Ice. Is that pole for Flat Ice? Surely it is. Yes,
It
it is pole.
is! What a lap! A
20
23.7
one.
flat.
Wow, what a lap by Flat Ice.
That's the kind of laps you expect in practice, but will never show up in qualifying. That
I
is an
mean, you're not
insane
wrong.
lap time.
As Among Us goes to P7 behind this well behind his fellow imposter, Saucy Imposter.
Yes.
So as now couple drivers they have yet to set their lap times. Juan Gizmo he has yet to set his oh wait no never mind he got a qualifying ban. My bad. So yes. So Juan will be starting all the way at the back of the grid. In I believe it is 14th I think. Yeah, it's 14th. So I could be wrong. So
Maybe 13th. I'm not sure. I think Tail is officiating. I don't think he's racing.
yeah, Tails officiating. So I'm not racing. Uh, as you
I'm
may
not.
know,
I'm
I'm
not racing, so that'd be 13.
yes, so he'll be starting all the way back. Well, technically on the grid it's 16th, but it's actually 13th. So yeah, so he's got loads of work to do here this race. As now Saucy, I think he's on a personal best right now. Sector 1 and Sector 2, he's on a fly right now. Only at 24.5 for Saucy Foster now. As he goes to Sector 3 as play games, he's gone fastest in Sector 1. And he's gonna go through the hairpin. Is that a good one? Yes, it is a good one. Could have like gone all the way to the right a bit to gain a little bit more speed, and since the track limits are all the way past the white line, Sussy goes into P4. Very good lap by Sussy Imposter. As Geo surprisingly goes into P3. Play games on a red second sector, but will that help Play Games? Oh, that was very close by Play Games get the to getting a corner cut as he goes through the chicane. He negotiates it very cleanly and nicely as he be coming around the final corner. Very good final corner by Play Games. He's gonna keep all the way to the right to minimize the time. Is that pole for Play Games? No, it's not. Only stays second. MJ goes to P3. Very good lap by MJ.
Yeah, something interesting to note. I believe Geo also has a qualifying ban, according to the spreadsheet, but I do not believe he is served at this race. Uh, he's currently sitting P4 in the qualifying standings.
Yeah, and surprisingly, for Bono, hasn't he's not in the groove now because he's currently P6. So
This is
so
making things look much better for Kuhan, who of course has to start all the way back. Pro Bono struggling in qualifying means that he has less spaces he has to make up to be able to surpass Pro Bono and retake the championship lead.
So now I don't think anyone here is improving now. So, oh no, regional. He's yet to set a lap time. Crippy as well. So, oh yeah, Crippy has yet to set a lap time. So yeah, can either Crippy or regional get into a good position to can he get into a good position? So yeah, the two Morphonica Blue Aegeas, yeah they've just finished negotiating Sector 1 now. Crippy, he's on his way into Sector 3. Flat, surprisingly, he still wants more. He wants to extend that gap. He wants to.
I think he wants to blow us out of the water with this lap here in
Oh, that was a
qualifying.
very good hairpin.
That is an
Very.
insane hairpin. That was near perfect. He hit every single point perfectly.
As Crippy goes up to the line, is he gonna put his car in? Only P11, so yeah, not good for Crippy. As I said, 25.2. Wow, that was a very good sector. That was a very good chicane there
Yes,
by
very good
Flat
chicane
Eyes.
from Slat Eyes, but he's still red in that middle sector. Is it going to be enough to be able to extend his pole position lead? As he's now coming around, rounding the final corner. What an insane lap by Slat Eyes, but will he improve? And he does improve, not by much, but he does. And he is into the
Yeah.
.6s in qualifying, the 123.6s in qualifying.
So now I'll be looking at the starting tires. Now, obviously, everyone won't be going onto the mediums. As now,
And it's one light,
as
two
now
light,
five red
three
lights
lights, four lights, five
and
lights.
five lights, and we are go here in New Jersey. Everyone gets away very cleanly. Can Slice finally get the whole shot going to turn one? As we approach turn one, he does get the whole shot to turn one. Play games try to overtake Slat Eyes going to turn two, but it doesn't work out. So now Play Games, he's currently behind, only a tenth behind as they go through the very fast right hander flat out through there as they go into sector two. Pro Bono gets the fastest. No, Regional Veloci gets the fastest sector one going into sector two. But here comes Gio. He's going to challenge his teammate going into the hairpin. He's going to try and challenge Stardust as well. No, he's not. He's going to stay right behind Play Games and Sliders drops to third, but he goes up into P1 immediately. So now this is going to be a very huge slipstream fest right now. As the top seven, they're separated by less than a second now. As Sliders still maintains the lead. Gio, he's going to try and challenge Slap for the. He's going to try and challenge Slap for the lead going into the Wall of Death. No, he's not. So Sliders still leads this race. MJ, he's already dropped to P6 from P3. Not a good stuff for MGRB5. As for Bono, he's already up into P4. Geo drops to P5 immediately, and Slice already has half a second in his back pocket, thus he takes the fastest sector 2, and that is lap 1 complete.
And Pro Bono gets that fastest lap one. He has moved up 3 positions in 1 lap, switched places with MJRB5. Really quite an insane first lap from Pro Bono, and a really disappointing one from MJ.
Yeah, MJ not having the best of starts here. He's already dropped 3 positions, go already in the second lap. So yeah, MJ's got loads of work to do to catch up to the rest in front.
Flat Eyes seems to
Now,
just keep on pulling away more and more. Could he really get a win here? Or is Pro Bono going to be able to catch up with that fastest first sector? And
and
he already get the
20s,
slipstream. It'll be hard for Slat Eyes to pull away as long as the slipstream is still there.
he's really breaking the toe, isn't he? Slana is already breaking the toe, but that's not gonna work out because Play Games is already about 2 tenths behind.
And now we see Slat Eyes. Slat Eyes. Oh, Slat Eyes makes a
He tapped
mistake,
the
hits
wall.
the wall, and then
Yeah,
he
he
hits
tapped
the
the
wall
wall.
again on the exit. And now Play Games leagues from Pro Bono, and Slat Eyes in third, trying to fight back and get back into the lead. Of course, that's the
Yeah,
imposter right behind them, still trying to fight and hopefully trying to take positions, get himself up there. Further back, we have Gio, Young, Reggie, and MJ, who's fallen further back. Chirpy, Among Us, that's the imposter, Leon, and then Kuhan and Estanba, who has fallen way back. It's going to be a real fight for Kuhan to try and get into that front pack right now, because if you're looking at the gaps, there's a long gap. 5 seconds he's going to have to make up through at least through this race for him to get any shot at the win. And with how spread out this field is, the slipstream isn't going to be too great, especially as Leon keeps on falling further and further back from the cars in front. If Kuhan cannot get past Leon soon and get into the slipstream of Among Us as the imposter, then Kuhan will not have a shot for the win.
yeah. So now Kohan, he has a mission. He's on the mission now. Oh, that was not a good. That was not a good sector three. First half of sector three there for Kohan. He went slightly wide going into sector three. As now, whoa, Kohan, what was that by Kohan? He risked it there, but I think he has paid off because he's currently. Whoa, that was very close by Kohan, but that actually paid off surprisingly. So now Kuan is already up into P11. He needs to catch up to Among Us as the imposter. Leon tries to dive bomb Kuan, but that doesn't work out at all. So now Kuan, he's currently in P11. He's got a couple drivers in front of him that he needs to get past,
But he
which
is
is
out of
regional blockade.
slipstream. The gap is 1.6 seconds. He is out of slipstream. If Kuhan cannot close that gap on pure pace alone, this is race over for him. He will be relegated to the bottom two positions and likely out of the championship. As Pro Bono is up in P2 fighting with Slat Eyes and Play Games for the win.
Yeah, play games. He's currently leading for Scuderia Camino Asia. So yeah, like I said, Kwan is already in the slipstream. Surprisingly, he's already a second behind Crippy. So Crippy must have made a mistake somewhere. MJ, oh, what's up with the MJ?
I believe he made a
MJ
mistake,
dropped out.
possibly corner cut. He's lost so much time, and that's brought Kuhan right back into the slipstream and back into the fight.
Oh wow, he is helping out Kwan here and Crippy as well. So yeah, this is all to play for Kwan Gizmo. He do a double overtake on MJ and Crippy Bird as they go into turn one. He's about to. He's about to. He's
And he gets
about
past
to.
MJ.
Nope, not
No,
full.
MJ
Not
comes
really.
back, but all three of
Yeah,
them have the
MJ came
slipstream
back
from
immediately.
Among Us Sussy Imposter. Slipstream means more speed, means we might see a mistake into turn 4 here, or turn 5. But no, MJ still holds on. But Kuhan has a tighter exit that gives him a bit of a tighter line. MJ hits the wall and goes a little bit on sideways on two wheels. And now onto the super long straight. They still all have the slipstream from Among Us Sussy Imposter, who has fallen back to 2 seconds behind Regional Velocity, which means Kuhan is going to have to make up that time yet again to try to get close to Regional. Is Kuhan going to be able to fight his way forward and take back any kind of chance for the championship? Further up ahead, Play Games and Pro Bono are still fighting for the lead. It looks like Pro Bono's in the lead now, but as I say that, it looks like Play Games takes the lead once again. Slat Eye's just behind, Sussy Imposter just behind them.
Yeah, Saucy is not too far behind from the top three. So now Sly taps the wall. He taps the wall. Surely gonna lose a little bit of time there. as play games goes all the way to the right to break the toe from Pro Bono, and that could allow Slat Eyes to catch back up. As now as Kuan, he's currently 3 tenths behind the he's currently 3 tenths behind the Omega Sus Imposter. So yeah, if Kuan wants any chance to catch up, he needs to use Among Us to well to pull him to the running pack in front, which is this is regional Young and Geo.
Kuon is gonna have to go for the undercut in this race. It's his
Oh, what's
only
happening,
chance.
Brabono? Yeah,
Uh,
sorry to interrupt, but Brabono's made a huge mistake, and he taps the wall. Oh dear, that is not a good sector 3 for Pro Bono.
But this could be good for Kuhan. Of course, as I say, that looks like Slat Eyes makes a mistake of his own and falls back. So Pro Bono and Slat now fighting for P2. But if Pro Bono keeps making mistakes like this, that could be good for Kuhan. Reduce the amount of gap that Kuhan will have to close up over the next 2 races if he wants to try to keep the championship dreams alive. And Kuhan has now gotten past Among Us Sus the Imposter and is now chasing down Young. And is just outside of Slipstream of Young ahead. So
Yeah,
it's
so
going to be a
what
challenge to fight forward. Kuhan has to close the gap to Young, but Young has Slipstream to Regional Veloci in front. So Kuhan's going to have to catch a car with Slipstream without, well, he does not have Slipstream if he wants any chance of hopefully fighting his way back up into the top half of this race.
Yeah, and Young, he's already in the slipstream. Well, he's still in the slipstream regional velocity. Regional velocity has dropped off a lot, 2.2 seconds behind Geo. So yeah, that is gonna be another challenge for Koan. If
Another
regional
driver
does
that's
not catch
fallen
up,
back quite a bit is Sussy Imposter, who we saw fighting for the win earlier today, is now fighting over fourth, sorry, and he's struggling to hold, and it looks like he's struggling to keep up with Geo F1 Magnu.
yeah, Sassy Imposter, he's dropped all the way down. He's dropped into P5 now. He's gonna try and challenge Geo once again for fourth place. As I think Geo just tapped the wall there, or it could be wrong. As we will give you updates on the gap between Koan and Young. So now the current gap is 1.8 seconds. Yeah, so Koan must have lost time somewhere in sector 1. So yeah, not good for. Oh whoa, what's happened to Koan there? Koan just lost a couple of tenths going into sector 2. So yeah, that's not good for Koan, isn't it?
No, it's not good. These minor mistakes, they are minor, and like individually they might not matter, but when you keep on making them, they add up quite a bit, and it can ruin a championship. You know, the biggest difference between a good lap and a great lap is the absence of mistakes. Kuhan's gonna have to be putting in great laps to catch up to Young.
Yeah, as he tries to negotiate through sector 3, he takes it. Well, not the best, but not the worst. So yeah, but still, Koan he needs to put in some good lap. He needs to put in some great laps so that he could catch up to Young and Regional Veloce and possibly have some damage limitation on his championship on his championship.
Yes, and Pro Bono now leads, so this is really all or nothing for Kuhan to be able to catch up to Young and the drivers and get further up in those in the standings for the race. And because Pro Bono is going to be extending the gap. That's almost certain at this point, unless Pro Bono makes some major mistake or disconnects.
I don't think Probono will disconnect. He's not the type of driver to disconnect like
No,
all of a sudden midway through the race.
I do not. He has not disconnected so far this season. I doubt that will start today.
Yeah, he hasn't disconnected last season as well. So So
But you
yeah,
never
seeing
know.
this
It
kind
is
of keep.
always possible. A lot of things can happen.
Yes, now Kuan is currently 1.9 seconds behind Young, so he must have gained time somewhere
Yes, but now he's losing
through.
the time again as he's back down to. Oh, no, now it's back up to 1.9. Young must have made a mistake somewhere, but it's back up to 2 seconds. And back down to 1.9.
Yeah, so Kuan he's trying to keep it under 2 seconds. So yeah, good on Kuhan. He's trying to maintain that gap so that if in case if either Young or Regional makes a mistake, Kuan can use either one of those drivers to get back into can get into the fight for sixth place. As now as now Kuan is whoa, he
Ooh, he
almost
misses
went
the
really,
apex
really
just a
wide.
little bit and nearly goes wide, losing a ton of time. Going wide of that corner can lose you upwards of 2 seconds due to the nature. The corner cuts will make it harder for you to get out, and so you will lose a lot of time if you corner cut at that corner.
Yeah, but I don't think that has affected Kuan too much because he's already 1.8 behind behind Young, and now Young and Regional they're switching positions everywhere, and that could bring Kuan into the fight for P6 as Kuan. No, that was not good for Kuan
No, he
as he
makes a
went into
huge
sector three.
mistake going through the chicane. A huge mistake. Doesn't quite corner cut, but he still loses a ton of time. 3/10 at least.
Yeah, that's compromised his line. He compromised his line a lot, and that's cost him big time.
Yes.
So all Kuan needs to do now is to try and gain back the time that he lost in sector three. Well, he's already gained back time immediately. He's already 1.8 behind regional, and he's doing really well. And he did a very good turn one and two. So that could gain him a lot of time. So yeah, let's see. He's already 1.6. So technically on his screen, he's soon into the slipstream range. He's already 1.5. But now 1.6. So yeah, I think on his screen he's in the slipstream range. So yeah, I do reckon Kwon will soon be catching up to the pair of them.
I think it's going to depend on
That
that
was a
hairpin. How does he do through the hairpin? Loses a little bit of
nope.
time, but I bet he'll still be. I bet he'll still be within slipstream. We'll probably see that gap slowly close through this long straight, and then after that, it's going to be cruising lap by lap. He's going to gain a little bit of time, as long as he doesn't make mistakes and just waits for those in front. As I
Oh,
say
he
that, he
undercut.
corner cuts the chicane, and he's going to have to make up all that time all over again. And I believe we're nearing the
And
pit
play games
stop
is in.
range. And
Play
as
games
I
is
say
in.
that, play games into the pits, attempting the undercut are Slat Eyes and Pro Bono. Will anybody follow in on Sussy Imposter, Regional Veloci, Kuhan,
One.
MJ, Chirpy, Among Us, Sussy Imposter, all into the pits, and MJ hits the wall on entry, losing a ton of time. But over half the field into the pits now, attempting to not get undercut.
Yeah, as we saw the undercut in the Euro Cup race, the undercut was extremely powerful. He got
Yes.
ahead, and yeah, I think that was the one of the drivers doing the undercut. I think so. Yeah, that could work out. That could work out huge for Kwon.
Yes, the undercut is large. Especially since
So now,
I believe Young did not pit, which means that Kuhan will likely get the undercut on him. But Kuhan did lose time to regional within the pits. Reggie had a really good pit stop, gained time to Sussy Imposter. A great pit stop by regional. So now we see
so
Pro
now
Bono and
Kwon.
Slat Eyes go in to the pits. Will Gio and Young follow them in? Gio goes in, and so does Young.
Does
And
Gio come
Gio
in?
makes a mistake on
Oh,
the entry.
Gio hits the wall.
That's going to cost him so much time. Nearly as much time as MJ lost. I'd presume. And past goes play games. And he goes right past Pro Bono and Slat Eyes, who are now going to be just now exiting the pits. Will they be
Now
able
let's take a
to?
look. Kuan.
And where's Kuhan?
Oh,
And there goes
and
Kuhan
Kuan
past
clears
Young.
Gio.
Right past
And
Young.
Gio as well.
And and Kuhan is up into P6, but Young is within slipstream range on fresher tires, and Kuhan made a mistake, so we could see a battle for the rest of this race. But up ahead, Pro Bono is outside of the slipstream for play games, which means that Pro
And
Bono is going to
Sladas
have
as
to try to
well.
close in on pace alone. This has turned out really well for Kuhan here. His championship rival has lost points, and he has gained. Kuhan has gained points.
So yeah, and now all Kuan needs to do. Whoa, what's happened there? I just saw Young just teleport right in front of Kuan. Not sure what happened there, but okay. As now Kuan drops back to P7. Well, he's still in the battle with Young for P6. As Regional is 2.5 in front of Young.
Yes, but
So
that gap
if
is going down. So could we
yeah,
see
if
Kuhan possibly fighting his way even further up? Maybe even getting up to fourth?
I mean, as long as Kuan does not suffer those control issues that he suffered well during the last few couple rounds, he's good. It's all good. Oh, what's happened to Gio? He's stuck on track, and that is his race done.
That's very unfortunate. Oh, no,
Oh
wait.
no, he teleported.
He's reconnected. Oh, but he's losing connection again.
Oh, he stepped. Oh, he's crashed into the
Oh?
wall. What has just happened to Gio?
Ooh? That must have been a major connection
Um,
issue right there. And he's lost a
I'm not
ton of
sure.
time. Down into 11th.
I'm not sure what happened there, but Gio just got stuck on track on the start finish straight, and then he just teleported into the wall.
Yes, very bizarre incident right there.
Okay, that was something else. But anyways, back to updates of where Quan is now. Young and Quan, they're working really well together. They're trying to catch up to Sus Imposter and Regional Veloce.
Yes, the gap
So,
is 1.8. It's been steadily closing as
oh,
Kuhan
he
makes a
got a cut.
major mistake, makes a corner cut. Is he going to stay within the slipstream of Young ahead? Or is he going to lose too much time? And he's still within slipstream.
No, he's gonna drop out. He's gonna drop out. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he just dropped out of the system range. Really unfortunate for Kuan. If he didn't, if Kuan didn't make that mistake, he would have been, he would have caught up to Sus Imposter and Regional Veloce.
Yes. Of course, Kuhan can still possibly fight it forward, but he is slowly falling out of that, falling back from Young up ahead.
And now on to the gap between Play Games and Pro Bono. Play Games is 2.2 seconds in now 2.1. Well, he's still technically 2 seconds ahead of Pro Bono. So
Oh, Slat
for
Eyes corner
Play
cuts the
Games,
chicane. Loses a ton of time to Pro
oh,
Bono.
so now Pro Bono, Slat Eyes, and Play Games, they're all separated. Now they're in clean air.
Oh, and Slat Eyes hits the wall again. A whole bunch of mistakes coming from Slat Eyes here.
Yeah, he's losing his composure here.
And he's out of slipstream. This removes, like, earlier Pro Bono could have had the advantage of possibly leapfrogging with Slat Eyes to try and catch up to play games, but now that isn't an option. The only way Pro Bono is going to ever have a chance for this win is if he can catch play games on pure pace, and it looks like he's doing that as the gap is now down to 1.7. He is nearly within slipstream. 1.6, he might actually have slipstream now. Kuhan is now
So
3
Probono,
seconds behind Young, so any chance of Kuhan fighting his way up from 7th is likely gone at this point. With no more pit stops planned, 3 seconds behind the driver in front, without slipstream, it'll be a tough challenge for Kuhan to try to make up any places.
Probono, he's currently 1.5, now 1.4, so he is catching up to play games. He's currently in the slipstream range. Oh, and Probono taps the wall. So that's a mistake by Probono. He's gonna lose. He's gonna drop out the slipstream range. But that was a good corner by Probono. That was a good run through the final corner there.
It looks like he's still just on the edge of the slipstream there. He's gonna need to make up a few more attempts if he's really gonna want to be able to catch up to play games here.
As now Young has
Oh,
caught up
Probono goes
to.
super wide, loses a ton of time through Sector 2 there. Yes, he's lost nearly half a second in just one corner after going super wide. Now Slat Eyes has the slipstream to Probono once again.
So now Slat Eyes, can he try and take second away from Probono? As Probono goes slightly wide through going into the next few corners. And he's 4 tenths behind now, 3 tenths behind. Oh, but Slat Eyes goes slightly wide uh, in the chicane. But he's got a good run through through the final corner, and that could allow Slat Eyes to take P2 away from Probono, going into turn one. Probono still maintains P2 for now, but for how long? Probono gets a good run through turn two, and now Probono he's still edging out ahead of Slat Eyes as they go through turn four there. As they go through turn four, flat out, Slat Eyes goes slightly wider, has a slightly wider entry going into turn four, and now Slat Eyes is still behind Probono. Probono still, he wants to keep that second place. He wants to gain as many points as he can from Quan Gizmo. Quan Gizmo is 7, so he's trying to seize that opportunity to extend that gap.
Kuhan is still falling back from Among Us Sus the Imposter.
Yeah, that's not good for Quan.
Oh, Probono
Oh,
corner cuts through the chicane. Loses a ton of time. Slat Eyes now in P2.
whoa, Probono almost, he compromised his line there, and that has cost him dearly. And now he's half a second behind Slat Eyes now.
Yes, if Probono keeps making mistakes like this, there's no way he's going to be able to catch play games. And play games will just be able to cruise all the way to the finish line.
Oh, but it's not over yet. You never know if play games could disconnect or make a mistake.
Yes, that is very true. Play games did disconnect earlier. I forget which race it was. I believe it was the American Cup.
No, it was the European Cup
Oh,
race.
it was European?
Yep, it was.
Yes,
Yes, it
Play
was.
games has disconnected twice in the European Cup so far. So to say
Yes,
that he
he
might
he just
disconnect is not by any means an unlikely scenario. He's disconnected out of about half the races he's been a part of.
yeah, that could be a commentator. That could be a commentator's curse from me if play games actually disconnects. So yeah, let's not make some any speculations that play games will disconnect. Slat Eyes, he's still trying to defend from Pro Bono. He's caught up. Oh, that was a good one from Pro Bono. Slat Eyes takes a wider entry, and
Sladash
he's
gets a
got a
great
pass.
exit.
Whoa! As they take the same the same exact lines going into the final corner.
Gap is 2.5 seconds to play games in front. They're gonna have to close that.
Yeah, they have to close that gap. If not, play games will just run away.
Wait a minute, Kuhan's closing the gap ahead. It's closed by
Yeah,
nearly a
very.
full second in the past lap and a half or so.
Yeah, so Kwan, he's. Oh, I think that was a corner cut there by Kwan. He just slowed down just in time. As now Young, he's reefing all the way to the right. That's what Young does. Well, that's a normal behavior by Young. As Kwan has already gained 8 tenths to to the three drivers in front.
Maybe this race
So
isn't
yeah,
over for
Kwan.
Kuhan. Maybe he will be able to fight this back and get up and possibly try to challenge Pro Bono more. It looks like Pro Bono Pro Bono and Slide Eyes are still fighting over second place and are still trying to catch up to play games ahead. But and while I think slowly they are starting to close that gap, it's not by much. It's still 2 seconds. Every position gained by Kuhan and position lost by Pro Bono is good for Kuhan right now. Any position that Pro Bono loses is just increasing Kuhan's chance of being able to fight this championship back. And it looks like Pro Bono tries to go for the overtake on Slat there, but Slat manages to hold on to it through turn 3.
So now Slide Eyes and Fabone, they're still fighting it out for second place here. So, but they are catching up to play games. They every game half a second. So yeah, this could. So yeah, maybe the pair of them are working together to catch up to play games, and that could be good, especially for Pro Bono.
Yes, it looks like Kuhan has made more mistakes, falling back nearly a full second from the drivers in front, so that's unfortunate for him, but he might still be able to fight this back, as we saw him show some brilliant pace earlier.
So yeah, Kwon's got lots of work to do now. 1.1, he's really lost all the time that he gained in the past few laps. So yeah, this. So yeah, I think it's seventh at best for Kwon Gizmo.
Yes, I tend to agree. I think he might be stuck here in stuck in 7 for the rest of the race. Unless there's a disconnect up ahead. But I don't see anybody that looks too particularly likely to disconnect ahead of him. Other than play games, of course, which would not help him, as that would also help Pro Bono.
That's not Kwon. He's really gained time. He's gained time again. So it must be in regional that has made that must have made mistakes. So
Yes, his regional has
yeah,
fallen back a second from Sus the Imposter ahead.
2.7 now.
This could be what Kuhan needs. If regional makes another mistake, then Kuhan could fight forward and try to get into P6. But it looks like the gap's gonna be too large for right now, as regional is still within slipstream of Sussy and Young, and will likely catch back up to them in a few laps time.
As Reggie, he did a very okay. He's done a decent hairpin. So Young, he's sweeping again. He's trying to break the slipstream from Sussy Imposter. So now yeah, Kuan, he needs to put in the work again because regional is still bridging Kuan 2.7 to the gap now. So Kuan needs to gain at the minimum 3 tenths a lap if he wants to catch up to, actually no, 4 tenths if he wants to catch up to regional Veloce.
Ooh, but if we look up ahead, Slat Eyes is nearly right on the verge of entering the slipstream of play games up ahead. This fight for the win maybe isn't over yet.
Oh, what's happened to Crippy? Um,
Oh, he's gone into the pits.
yeah, but he hit the wall. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there to Crippy, but Caden, I think he's gonna go into the social and for an attempt on the fastest lap.
Possibly mediums. Nope, he goes on
No,
to
he's
the
gonna go
soft
on the
tires. Looks
soft.
like he's going to be going after fastest lap. Possibly trying to steal that point away from play games.
Yeah, maybe he is.
We'll have to see how that
Now
goes.
Slide Ice. Slide Ice is really called to play games. That could bring Pro Bono in. That could bring Pro Bono in as well.
Yes.
Oh, I think I just saw Slice nearly hit the wall there as I went to spectate him,
Yes,
but
and Pro Bono made a mistake going through the corner there too, and has lost quite a bit of time. Quite a bit of
two
time. What has happened
seconds,
to Pro Bono? Did he corner
two
cut in the final
seconds now.
corner? He is out of slipstream
What
of
was that?
P2. He is out of
What
slipstream
was
of
that?
P2. That is the
Oh
fight for this
my.
win over for Pro Bono.
Yeah, that could be over for Pro Bono. 2.6 seconds behind Slide Ice. That could. Oh, that's the controls issue.
Oh, that's really disappointing for Pro Bono there. Is he gonna be able to fight it back? Or is this it? Is he out of the contention for the win? And the gap is increasing. It's up to 3 seconds now.
So allows us imposter young and regional to catch up if he makes if the controls issue catches him out again.
And Young makes a mistake.
Oh
Kuhan is
my.
within the slipstream of Young now.
Young.
Everything's coming together for Kuhan here on lap 24.
This could change the course of this championship, isn't it?
This likely will. As now Kuhan is now fighting with Young for P6. If Kuhan gains this position, if he manages to fight Young and take that position, then yeah, this could really change the course of the championship.
But still, Bobono, he will extend that gap to by a couple points. But that's gonna be damage limitation. And regional velocity, what's happened to him?
I don't know, but now Kuhan is within the slipstream of regional velocity, which means that now
What's happened to
Kuhan
regional?
is fighting for possibly 5th even.
What am I watching? What am I watching now? Regional velocity made a mistake. Okay, so Young makes a mistake first, and then regional velocity, and all of a sudden, Kuan's in the fight for P5.
What a turn of events here at New Jersey. What a turn of events. And here we are, and here we were thinking the fight was over. No, it's just begun. Kuhan is still in that slipstream for regional. Regional Kuhan and Young are going to have to fight together to try to catch back up to Sussy Imposter and try to get up to P4. And then after that, it's going to be a 13-second gap to get any higher up to P3. So I highly doubt that'll happen. But if we look ahead, Slat Eyes has caught right up to Play Games and is right behind him, just a few tenths. The fight for the win is on between Slat Eyes and Play Games.
Hey, Kuan's up into P5.
He is up into P5. And now Young's up into P5. And then does Kuhan take it back?
Kuan sure he's gonna take it back. He does take it back. Oh, regional's made a huge mistake on the exit of the chicane. That's gonna drop me all the way down to P7. And now Kuan's battle is with Young, which is P5. That could be
And they have caught up to the slipstream of Sussy Imposter, which means that this is now going to be a fight for P4 for Kuhan.
a, a four-way fight for P4.
This race has
It,
just turned around for Kuhan.
yeah,
It was looking
looks
like
like.
everything was against him, like there was no chance, and now he has a real chance to be able to stay within this championship fight.
So, if I'm correct, P3 gets you, I think, how many points? 16?
I don't remember off the top of my head on it. Let me check. P3 gets you 16 points, P5 12, P4 14. And then P6 is 10. So it's looking like right now Pro Bono is likely going to finish P3. If Kuhan manages to get up to P4, then the gap will only be 5 points heading into Lodvik next week. But of course, he is within a large gap, a large group now, so it is possible that he doesn't even gain any positions. He is still going to have to fight, and it looks like he has some sort of controls issue or connection issue as he lags a little bit over the track.
But that's not going to affect him too much. Young just types I in the chat. Not sure what Young's doing there, but
I
well,
don't think any
yeah,
of
it's
us
not
ever
supposed
know
to
what
affect
Young
him.
is doing.
But this is gonna be one spicy battle here for P4.
And Slat Eyes is taking the lead from Play Games, but then makes a mistake at the hairpin and falls back. Play Games takes the lead once again. But yes, all 4 drivers, Sussy Imposter, Kuhan Gizmo, Young, and Regional, are right together now.
Now for Bono, he's asking his teammate to stay in front. Well, that must be some Checo Perez vibes in 2021. And now Kuan drops to P7, so that's not good for Kuan.
Yes, Regional got a
But he is
great run on the slipstream, and then Young makes a slight mistake heading into the chicane, loses time, and Sussy Imposter loses time going through that corner there. It's going to be a constant yo-yoing of the drivers all the way to the finish line, I bet. And Slat and Play Games are dead even right now. It
they
looks like
are dead
Slat
even.
is just ahead right now.
They're dead even. That could invite Kuan to overtake the pair of them. Does he? Does he? Still behind? Only a tenth behind. But surely that is going to be. Oh, what's Regional doing? He just weeds all over the place on my screen. So yeah, and this Kuan goes wide. I think that could be some.
That
I
could
think
get him
that
a
could be
better
a
run
tactic.
into the hairpin here. Are we going to see any heroics?
Oh, Sussy out of nowhere. He just
Oh, and
he just
Kuhan
goes
makes
to
a small corner cut. That's going to bring him further back, but that does mean he's going to get more slipstream. Could he slingshot
a
himself
triple
to the
slipstream. In
front?
fact, that could be a triple slipstream. In fact, as now we're going to be approaching 3 more laps to go. Oh, that's not good for Kuan. Oh, that was not good for Kuan. He turned in too late.
But he's still within slipstream. He's still well within slipstream. Slat Eyes and Play Games still fighting over that lead as they go through turn 3. But the real fight here is that championship battle for Kuhan to try to get up to P4. It is everything to play for Kuhan here.
It's not Kuan. He's still in the fight. Young is weaving again, trying to break the toe. Looks like he's doing all. Looks like he's following the orders. He's following the order from Pro Bono. And Sussy's dropped back quite a bit, so that could allow Kuan to get into P5.
Yes, and
Oh,
Regional
that
is
was a
also
good one.
falling back. If
Oh, that was a
Regional
good
man,
one
if
by
Regional
Kuan.
falls out of the slipstream, then that'll be more guaranteed points for Kuhan right there. Pro Bono is still losing time to Play Games and Slat Eyes, and nobody makes a mistake going through chicane. But Slat Eyes has taken the
Regional is.
lead from Play Games for now.
Whoa, Reggie hit the wall there, and that could allow Kuan Gizmo to get into P4.
And it looks like he does, but Sussy Imposter gets a real great exit.
Oh, he nearly hits the wall there. He went sideways there. But he has taken P4 now.
And he's well ahead, but we still got the slipstream. 2 laps to go.
That was a good run by Point Gizmo. He's gonna go all the way to the right side of the track.
Just trying to avoid
And he's
giving
gonna come back
slipstream
to the
where he
left.
can. Comes back to the left, cuts across to hit the apex. End turn 5 here. Who's gonna hold? Is he gonna hold on to the lead? Yes, he will.
It's now Kuan. He goes the deepest out of all between the four of them, but goes the widest
And now he's
across
weaving,
the four of them.
trying to break the toe, and they're all following him. Young with a lot of slipstream, Regional with a lot of slipstream. They're all catching with the slipstream. And now heading into the chicane. Are we gonna see any mistakes? No.
Oh, that was a good one by Kuan.
That was a
Very good
great
run by
chicane by
Kuan.
Kuhan, just missing the corner cut.
As we are now approaching as we are now in the final lap of this race, the white flag is in the air one more time around here. Sponsored by Envision Water Systems. As now Play Games is still in the lead. As you're gonna, while the fight for the lead is still one, we're gonna be, we are still
It's
going
gonna be
to
super
be
close, and of course we got lap traffic in the form of Chirpy, who's having some
Oh,
fun on the
Chirpy is
soft
fighting for the
tires.
lead.
No, no. He's a lap
Chirpy
down.
is fighting for the lead. No, I'm just kidding. He's not lap traffic. No, he's lap traffic. But regardless, that could help Play Games here because he has to slip from a Cliffy Bird.
Yes, this could ruin it for Slat Eyes here.
Yeah, he's gonna get a time penalty here, but that won't matter because he's obviously lost.
Yes. But will Play Games make a mistake as Slat Eyes goes wide out of the chicane? And it looks like Play Games is going to come home in first.
Yeah, he's gonna come around the final corner. So he's gonna come around the. Oh,
Chirpy T seats.
Well, he's gonna be classified as
Yes.
Play Games wins this race here in New Jersey. Play Games wins the second race here in the Asian Cup. Size P2 here. Pro Bono's gonna get P3.
But look at
Well, not the
Kuhan.
best race.
Kuhan. And they are out
It
of the
could.
long straight. So all Kuhan has to do is not make a mistake. And he makes
Oh
a
no
huge
no
mistake.
no
And Young
no!
goes ahead. Young goes ahead. Is Regional Velocity also going to get a place? Oh,
Oh,
and
he's
then
gonna
Kuhan
get.
corner cuts. And he
Oh
loses the place to
no!
Regional. Unless he can fight it back. Can he fight it back? Possibly try to get it? No, he
No
finishes P6.
no! It all goes wrong. For
It all goes wrong in the final sector for Kuhan. It all goes It all goes wrong in that final sector. But the gap is not as bad as it could have been considering the circumstances. When Kuan was down in what was it, 8th, ninth, and Pro Bono was fighting for the win, that would have been horrible. As it is, the gap is only not. I believe the gap will only be 9 points between them. So Kuhan
Only
can
9
still
points.
fight this back. That is one bad result from Pro Bono away. And we've seen Kuhan outscore Pro Bono by far more than 9 points in the past.
Yeah, that could be a huge factor. 9 points. Either one of the races could go wrong.
Yes, all
So
it takes is one race to go wrong for one of them, and this championship could be decided. And if Pro Bono has a race go wrong, then that's Kuhan right into the fight for the final round.
yeah, that
If it
could be
goes wrong for Pro
Kuan.
Bono at Lodvik.
But if it goes wrong for Kuan, then all Probo needs to do is that he needs to win the race, and all get second.
Yes.
So
Anyways, I believe that
yeah,
is all from us today. Tune in just a couple hours when we're going to have our rookie race. I'll be racing there. You should cheer me on. Um, but this is going to be the FRL signing off.
goodbye for now.